You've been riddled with this question your whole life. I'm just going to ask you right now. Do you think you're a sociopath?
I don't, man. Like I felt bad when I like killed birds and stuff, you know? So I know that I'm not. I mean, I definitely have compassion, and, you know, I saw that because I like grew up in a family. I talked about this a little bit, you know, in the beginning is, you know, my grandfather, you know, it's like, if you saw an animal, it's like, oh, let's see if you can bust him. Not like that's a, you know, beautiful animal. It's like, you know, you just, you know, he killed animals, he's a hunter, whatever. And I would feel bad. So I definitely know that I'm not because of.
So check this out then, because I find this interesting. And before you came here, I was talking to Mike and George about the duality of you, and in that way, like you do have emotions and feelings, and you know, I read your book. I got inside your brain for a second. And a lot of your friends, you know, will ride with you until the end. These vignettes talk about like how when people get to know you, as I started this podcast, you're that guy, pal. Just like a friendly, loyal guy there to the end. And then at the same time, and this is just me being honest with you, like I don't know, like how, like don't you get hurt when you see the hurt in these girls' eyes? Maybe when you don't give them the time of day or kick them out or treat them sort of disrespectful.
You know, I actually treat them pretty good. You know, I mean, there's definitely going to be hurt, obviously, but at the same time, you know, I got rejected by women a ton when I was younger. You know what I mean? So like,
so fuck them all, right?
Well, not really that. I mean, it's just like, I don't know. I mean, people are going to get hurt, right? Like, I mean, and a part of this, like a part of the reason why I was able to get laid so much is because of the jealousy and competition and stuff like that. So I think, you know, it's one of those things where if you hit on a girl and you're aggressively hitting on a girl, it's going to make her not want to fuck you. I mean, this whole like thing that Hollywood perpetuates, like, you know, go, you know, kiss a girl's ass, do whatever the fuck she wants, buy her flowers, you know, be her bitch, whatever. That's what Hollywood puts out there. And that's just like all the wrong shit. And it does not, like women don't respond to that. They just don't, you know, like if you do that, they'll, you know, look down on you.
So tryhards don't get laid, yeah.
I have to put an asterisk here. Like any generalization of anything, I red flag. And like when we're talking about the women that you've surrounded yourself with, do you feel that there's a difference or there's a caliber that other women may hold themselves to that the ones that you hang around don't, that may demand more respect, more time, more attention?
For sure. I mean, I think like the modeling industry in general is kind of, you know, more superficial. I mean, it's girls that basically they put a lot of their value based on their looks. And since I want to be around hot girls, you know, I'm around a lot of models. So I think a lot, and for, you know, for a model, it's like, where do you really go with that? You know, most models end up dating a rich guy. They end up, you know, trying to, you know, pursue modeling until it doesn't work out, but it's not really like a long-term goal. And so I think, you know, in general, girls that go into that profession probably don't have the highest, you know, moral compass or strongest moral compass, whatever. So yeah, no, I would say that I'm probably around girls that, but you know, at the same time, I've seen other girls, you know, doctors, lawyers, whatever, girls that have like respectable jobs, married, like do the most fucking wild shit you could ever imagine. So I don't know, you know,
you can't box the what women want into something simple. Every girl wants something different, right? I just want to ask you, do you find yourself semi-protected by the high level of transparency that you exist within? So like he said, you know, when you look into these girls' eyes and you see that pain and that hurt, do you find yourself protected by the fact like these girls kind of should have an idea of what they're walking into when they enter Dan Bilzerian's life? Your entire Instagram feed is you surrounded by hundreds of women. You've been extremely transparent about not being the guy to get married or lock a certain girl down. So do you feel a little bit less?
Yeah, I do, because I feel like a lot of my guy friends in LA that get a lot of girls, they probably hurt girls more because the girl thinks there's more of a chance. Like when you're dating a girl, she's probably like, okay, like I could be the one, you know, and she's probably more hurt than a girl that I'm dating that's one of 20.
Making a great point.
You know what I'm saying? So like you're probably putting more pain, but it's not your fault. Like what are you supposed to do? The only thing you can really do is lead with honesty. I mean, at the end of the day, like you're not going to marry every girl you fuck. So, you know, and if you, unless you bang her, you know, 2 pump and fucking out, you know what I'm saying? She's probably going to come back for more. So it's like one of those things where what are you supposed to do? I mean, you know, I don't know. Like I said, I think the only thing you can really do in this world is just be honest. And if you lead with that in a relationship, you know, and the other person gets hurt, well, they get hurt. But I mean, it was eyes wide open. It's kind of like, you know, if you know, get into a boxing ring and you get your fucking nose broken, well, it's like, you know, you kind of knew what you're signing up for. Like, it still sucks, still hurts, but like.
Do you ever fuck that up? Do you ever say, tomorrow you can bring your toothbrush to the house, like tomorrow you can bring your dog to the house, and then you say, fuck, why did I do that?
I'm pretty good about like putting parameters on it. Like when I invite a girl out, it's usually for, you know, like, I mean, if I know her, maybe a couple days, but like if I'm initially meeting her, I'm like, hey, I got an hour, I got 2 hours. I always set these time constraints. You can always extend, but then you're never kicking a girl out, you know? She's always expecting to, you know, leave because you got other shit going on. So, yeah, I mean, you know, as I did more and more of this, I kind of like got better at it. You know, I got trapped in situations and you're like, okay, I don't want to get trapped again. Like taking a girl on vacation that you've never fucked before. Perfect example of a goddamn horrible trap, right? She's got all this power now because if she doesn't want to give you pussy, well, what are you going to do? Jerk off? So that's like a horrible mistake I feel like a lot of guys make, you know?
You don't even make those mistakes. Have you perfected this?
I made all those mistakes. You know, I think like the one exception would be if you really wanted to fuck a girl and she was like one of those girls that was kind of hard to get, like taking her to Napa or something where you know you're just both going to get hammered. There's nothing to do but have sex. Like that might be the one exception of like taking a girl on a date that you've never hooked up with. But yeah, that's, you know, live and learn.